Every barista wants to pull smooth, beautiful and tasty shots, but we're usually getting this instead. So when we can't get rid of the channeling, most of us immediately resort to buying puck prep tools to achieve that perfect extraction. But can you really make better espresso using all of this? Or is it a skill issue? To find out, I'll execute a simple real-life experiment. So in this video, I'll make 2 espresso shots to compare. One of them I'll make with just old-school manual distribution and tamping, and the other one using each of these tools to confirm if they actually reduce channeling and improve the extraction and taste of the espresso shot. I will be using the same coffee beans and grind size, dosing 18 grams to extract 36 grams of coffee. Are you ready? Let's go! If you're into coffee, you've seen these puck preparation tools everywhere. Also known as distribution tools, you probably even own a few, if not all of them. I use them all the time, but I have to admit, some of my best shots I have pulled without using anything but a standard tamper and my bare hands. So this is exactly what I'll do on the first shot. The traditional and simplest way of distributing your grounds is by using your fingers and tamping. I go through the proper tamping technique in this video if you're interested. The goal is to get your coffee grounds packed in a way that when the water goes through, it does so evenly, providing a uniform extraction and zero channeling. Anyhow, here you can see we've got exactly 18 grams of coffee grounds. So now I'll give it a few taps so the grounds fall in place uniformly, and use my fingers to distribute them and flatten the coffee. That way there's no more coffee on one side or the other, hopefully. For tamping, I'm using a regular tamper, and this is all about technique. I'm trying to make sure the tamp is even and straight and that no side is higher than the other. It's probably not perfect, but I digress. Let's see how the shot goes. Right from the start, we can see the unevenness of the shot. The extraction began on the left side only and at a faster speed than the right side, most likely due to clumping of the grounds and bad tamping technique. I may have a severe case of a heavy thumb. This shot could be way better, to be honest. What's happening here is spraying and channeling. There are gaps in my puck where the pressured water goes through the fastest, resulting in an uneven extraction. And some of it is just passing through with no resistance, as you can see. It smells good. It's not bad. A little bit more sour than I would like, but it's not awful. Honestly, I've paid for worse. The shot obviously presented some channeling and spraying, which is due to poor distribution technique. It can also be due to build-up pressure in the Gaia Classic Pro, but mostly, I suppose, clumping from the grinder and then not being able to break those particles. As you could see, all the water was coming from the left side, and then it took a little bit of time for the water to come from the right side. So basically all of the sourness is coming from those grounds that were over extracted as opposed to the other ones that were under extracted on the right side. Why didn't I get the result? My assumption is that I didn't do the best job distributing manually. These beans are also a bit older, so they might have clumped, or maybe the grind size is not on point. Now, I want to see for myself if these tools will fix my shot. I won't change any of the previous variables. Same grind size, same dose, same beans. After making sure all of the grounds are in, let's tap and use the first tool in this test. This one is the WDT tool. WDT stands for Wise Distribution Technique. The purpose of the WDT is to remove any clumps that might form in the grounds when grinding. I'm also using this magnetic funnel just to avoid spills. This is not a distribution tool, but it helps you keep all the grounds in. Here's a fact for you if you didn't know it already. Water is lazy, and it'll always try to find the shortest and the fastest way out. So if it encounters any clump, it'll just take a different route. We just gotta get rid of the clumps. But there's another factor that will make water flow the wrong way, and it is how leveled your coffee bed is. So here's where we use the leveler. It is designed to spread and redistribute the grounds when you rotate it. This way, your puck will be perfectly straight and aligned, so the water will push evenly on the top. But this is not enough, as you need to make sure the grounds are also packed tightly enough to actually create that resistance, which is what we use the tamper for, and not a regular one. The calibrated tamper is widely used by pros and beginner baristas alike, as it ensures that you are applying exactly 30 pounds of pressure, no less, no more. By using a calibrated tamper, you're also removing the chance of the uneven tamping caused by the wrong technique and being thumb heavy as I was, thus keeping the puck perfectly leveled and packed. To top it all up, we really need to make sure that the water starts its journey through the puck the right way. which is why we use the puck screen. You see, this tool distributes the water evenly across the puck right before it starts pushing through. So with all of this done, in theory, there should be no excuse for the water to find an odd way out. And the only way to know if it works is by trying. But before we see the result, please drop a like if you're getting value from this video and subscribe to my channel so I can keep helping people elevate their coffee experience at home. This is the moment of truth. All right, we're off to a good start. Watch that liquid flow so nicely. Even though the timing is still slow, there is no pour distribution and the coffee is evenly extracted. This is such a beautiful shot. Like, only watching it, I'm excited. Let's see how it tastes. It's much sweeter, this second shot, than the first one. There's no sour notes whatsoever. Towards a bitter end in terms of taste, I will say more than sourness. The flow of the shot was much more steady. As you could see, it came to the center and the color of the extraction didn't change. In the first shot, you could see a lighter shade coming from the left side, and in this one, the color maintained some uniformity towards the end. I would pay full price for this, anywhere. I can say I'm surprised, but hear me out. Distribution tools are great to reduce variables, to simplify and to improve the puck preparation, but they're not magic tools to fix all of the problems you might encounter. So if you're still struggling to pull good espresso shots consistently, there's one simple factor you truly need to master to totally level up your espresso game. And it might render all of these tools useless. So watch the next video if you want to learn what it is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.